Hello everyone and welcome back to 30 Days of Thanksgiving here in my kitchen. And today I have a cranberry relish for you. It is no cook. It's the one that I grew up with. It's one of my husband's favorite. He's learned to, the first time he had it, he fell in love with it and he loves cranberry sauce. But before I get started, I wanted to ask you a question. Cranberry sauce is one of those things that I experiment with a lot. I love it. It's easy to mess with. It's great with lots of different flavors. It's almost always something you can make ahead, which again is important to me. And so what I was wondering is, do you guys want to see a lot of videos on different cranberry sauces? I plan two. One today, which is my no-cook standard one, and then one for tomorrow that's more of an experimental one. But every year I make like two different ones that I just want to try something new. I've made a bourbon cranberry sauce, I've made cranberry cherry, cranberry apple, I've done a lot of different things. And it was really hard to decide on just two to make. But if you want to see more cranberry sauces, then I am definitely open to making more of them in future videos. So let's get started on this. This is a super simple, fast cranberry relish to make, and it freezes well. I put half of it in the freezer for my husband for his lunches because his favorite sandwich has cranberry sauce as the condiment on it. So I'll just put small containers of it in the freezer and pull one out like every month or something. It starts with a 12-ounce bag of cranberries, fresh cranberries. And by the way, before I got everything out, I set some water on my tea kettle to boil because I need boiling water for this. And that way, by the time I get to it, it's there. So a 12-ounce bag of fresh cranberries, half of an orange. Sometimes I double this recipe and I will do 2 bags of cranberries and a whole orange. And I don't peel it, I don't do the pith, I just cut it in big chunks, and then if there's any seeds I can easily pull out right then, I will do that. So I'm just going to put my half orange in there. In addition to that, 1 box of Jell-O. The only time of year that I buy Jell-O and dye red 40. You can use any red flavor you want. That doesn't really, the taste of the Jell-O does not really come through in the cranberry sauce, so it's going to taste the same no matter which one you use. I got cherry today, but like I said, it's whatever, just as long as it's red. You don't want to go making this look funky with some other colors. So 1 package of red Jell-O. In my mom's recipe growing up, she put sweetener to taste in her recipe. I do not sweeten this because I find that Jell-O has enough sugar in it, but every now and then, you know, something's a little more acidic. So what I'll do is I make it and then I'll taste it and then decide if I want to add a little bit of a sweetener. So I hear my water bubbling away over here. Let me grab it. I need 1 cup. Whoa! 1 cup of boiling water. Slightly more, and this actually kind of makes it set a bit. Get over that Jell-O with it. Okay, my 1 cup here. And then this is a food processor, by the way. I'm gonna pulse it. It does come out a little bit. I remember that from previous years because for I have a small food processor, so for mine the level of the water and liquids is pretty low that I can use, but I still do it. It's worth it. Once I feel like it's getting pretty mixed in, then I'll just turn it on for a minute. Okay. And then I'm just going to take this off. See if I need to situate you a little further here. Okay, it looks kind of odd here. Let me get a spoon. But remember, it's got Jell-O in it, so it's going to set up. And this does not come out like a Jell-O salad. No one ever knows it has Jell-O in it until they ask for the recipe, and then they're like, oh, it's a Jell-O thing? That just kind of helps everything all stick together so it's not too liquidy is what the Jell-O does. So I'm going to taste this. It's great as is. I'm not adding any sweetener. Again, if you like things sweeter, or maybe your orange that day is acidic or whatever, you can add sweetener. This just goes into the fridge several days ahead if you want to make it ahead. I always do. And this becomes your cranberry relish for the day of Thanksgiving. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see more cranberry relishes, and I will see you back here tomorrow for a fun one.